to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
What's up, good people? Peace and blessings. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I know a lot of people about to go back to work this week. So my prayer is that the time that you had away from the job, you had a chance to reset, unwind, and collect yourself, and brush off anything demonic, anything negative that might have been weighing on you. You know, your attitude is a large portion of your success or your failure. Keep that in mind. Don't really be too concerned about how someone else feels. You need to be more concerned about how you feel internally. Because when you get ready to go back out here on this road and you take on the responsibilities that's paying your bills, and you get back around other individuals who are leading different lives, you can't afford to really be concerned about what's going on with them. You got to be concerned about what's going on with you, which means if things trigger you easily or things put you in an unhealthy spot or space. Hold on a second. One second. Let me do this, right? I'm going to take care of something real quick. I'm gonna let my man's music play real quick though, and we're gonna jump into this conversation. Hold on.
Pyramids, Hennessy, Whiskey, John, Christian Dior. He Saint Laurent, bitch whirling that drop on the floor. Then I just hop in the rolls and scoot. Then I just hop in the rolls and scoot. Then I just hop in the rolls. I am the sickle and hammer. I am like Tony Montana. I got Betty Crocker in the trash spot, cooking up dope with a crop pot, turning that soft in a butter rock, then chewing tip when the hair drops. Bitch, my life is a movie. Surrounding myself on the Mickey's and Uzi. Bitch, you can't do me. I need no groupies. I got a baddie at home, better do me than serve a two-piece. The pen is mightier than the sword, cause I keep adding commas. My numbers adding up quicker than Jeffrey Dahmer's. Now that I got them fat knots, I need accolades and honors. I done beat so many skins, I could probably be your father. My line's slow like cocaine, from your nose to your brain. See my girl, she like Dracula, cause she sucked that main vein. Vitamins, Hennessy, whiskey, Don, Christian Dior, he Saint Laurent, bitch whirling that drop on the floor. Then I just hop in the rolls and scoot. Then I just hop in the rolls and scoot. Then I just hop in the rolls. Gotta be smiling while I'm feeling me, dealing with bread. Pulling out that Glock, gotta put a red dot up on my head. My name gets Amber Heard, and I bet they shit themselves in bed.
Yo. Sorry about that. I had to go handle something real quick. Shout out to Gary Howard though. I really rock with that track. That's actually gonna be the intro for the Attic Open Mic Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you lock in. It is coming. A lot of stuff is coming. No pun intended. This lineup for this week is going to be hella dope. Damn, we got so much to talk about. Shout outs to Sydney. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Rob. Rob is going to be joining us on Monday. We got a panel Tuesday with me, Jason, Anna, and Sydney. Like, a lot of stuff is starting to unfold this year, and I give glory, praise, and honor to the Most High for it. Before I even go into the conversation, I need to do a quick little research, because I just heard something and I don't know if this is true or not. It must have been a troll. It had to be. Someone on YouTube made a whole video about Jake Gyllenhaal having a heart attack while he was driving, and he didn't survive it. So, can anyone confirm or deny the allegations? I don't like when people do the bait posting for clicks. That shit is corny to me. And I'm looking right now. Yes, Jake Gyllenhaal is still alive. Why do y'all do that? Why do you make post, first of all, speaking on the demise of another human being falsely, and then secondly, you putting out this information to the general public because you just want to generate some type of attention to your channel? That's corny as hell. I'm not even going to name who it was because you don't deserve no attention for that. That was absolutely ridiculous. When I saw this shit, I'm like, hold up. Jake Gyllenhaal, car crash 2 hours ago, heart attack. Right. All right. Let me go ahead and see if this is real or not. Had for a minute, I was just gonna go live and just talk about it, and then I had to go ahead and find out for myself. That's crazy. Y'all need to stop with that. Whoever you are out there, like the clicks and the debate, rage posting and shit. Y'all need to stop with that, man. You're gonna get yourself in a lot of trouble with the wrong type of people doing that. This man got family. This man got friends, business associates. This man got his career in a certain space where any type of false allegations, like when you put a stain on somebody's name of any kind, is corny. But when you wishing death on somebody and the shit ain't even accurate, you should be canceled for that. Like YouTube, y'all have such a problem with certain content creators speaking on things that you know is cost effective, that's hurting the culture, that's hurting families and destroying people's lives and reputations. You don't have issues with them as long as they bring you revenue. But then when you have people like this that's up here giving out false information, I remember like 2 years ago, somebody was like John Cena had passed away. I'm like, what? Y'all need to stop with that shit. Like, really stop with that. No. How does that happen? They had the thumbnail set up where you had your man's face and his whole body image on one side, and he had the car crash. They had the pallbearers carrying a fake casket. Like, that's distasteful as hell, man. Y'all be doing some of the most corniest stuff on social media. I don't know if that was AI generated. I don't know if that was a human behind it. Whoever it is, you don't need a channel. You shouldn't have one. You shouldn't have any social media. Like, that's crazy to me, man. Don't do stuff like that. But I'm glad that the information that I just read kind of told me, no, they lying. This ain't true. That man is very much alive and living his best life. So whoever that was, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. All of the demonic stuff that y'all be putting out here, man, y'all got to go for real. Which brings me into the topic for this evening, because for the last couple of weekends, I've been doing like 2-3 videos, live streams over the weekends, back to back. But it's Sunday. I'm chilling. I'm trying to get my head straight and prepared for the week coming up. So I don't want to strain my voice out. I'm not trying to be stressed or preoccupied with unnecessary circumstances or situations. I need to be completely focused on what I'm doing. So this is going to be the main one for the day. I'm not doing anything else other than my recordings. And that's pretty much that. Shout out to my writers, my poets, my content creators. Salutes to all of you. I appreciate you. I want to make sure that I give my flowers out to everybody. I don't want nobody to ever feel excluded. Assembly of Excellence is about being unbiased. It's about giving out wisdom and knowledge and not being hypocritical, but also holding ourselves accountable. Today, we just going to be completely transparent. You don't qualify because you're not qualified. This is going to sting for a lot of people. If it ain't for you, then there's no need for you to feel any certain type of way about it. Like, we're at a place where we're adults. We should be able to tell each other the truth about whatever may be happening with us. And the bottom line is, we want things that we aren't prepared for. Relationships, friendships, jobs, responsibilities, families. You want promotions. You want to be a star. You want to network with everybody that's a celebrity. You want to travel the world. You want to fly here and fly there. You want yachts. You want fancy chains and cars. And you want the glitz and the glamour. You want to be loved. You want to be seen. You want to be appreciated. All the years of my life being on this planet Earth, just being a regular guy with one life. I don't have an infinity stone. I can't hit reset and start over. One thing I've learned, one, there are no do-overs. Whoever you decide to be and settle for and settle being, that's on you. Your upbringing, the people that you entertain, invite into your life, the substances that you consume or don't consume, the information that you consume, the faith or lack thereof, the knowledge that you obtain and don't use, the bitterness, the anger, the frustration, the arrogance. I'm going to keep it all the way funky with you. You settle for whatever it is that you decide to settle for. Don't look to me or anyone else for why you are in the position that you are in. I don't have the things that I want because of me. It has nothing to do with you or anyone else. You want to be smarter? Read more, pray more. Put yourself in a position to learn more. Put yourself around people who are knowledgeable, who are wise, who are anointed, who understand the struggle, the downsides to being promiscuous and angry and bitter and resentful and spiteful and prideful, and all your attention and all of your focus and concern really is nothing more than secular. All you give a fuck about is your money. All you care about is trying to impress men and impress women. So you want to dress provocative. You want to look sexy. You want to be the most handsome as possible so that you can attract as many men and as many women as you can, so that you can please the internal fleshly version of who you think you really are. You're more focused on this plane of existence, this shell of a reality that is really just a shell. It's nothing more. The life force that is really important to be focused on, we don't focus on, which is God. God is the one who gives us purpose, who gives us peace of mind, who gets us through the hardships, gets us to a place where we understand that there are people that are for us and that are not for us. And his leadership and his guidance transcends our understanding, our comprehension. as I've observed, being on social media, Twitter, YouTube, IG, listening to Fresh and Fit and listening to Candace Owens and listening to Andrew Tate and Obama and Donald Trump and Farrakhan and a number of a long list men and women with doctorates, with spiritual enlightenment, with history, with blue checks, with millions of followers and millions of subscribers, and this, that, and the third, people confirming and retweeting and reposting. What I've learned is that shit don't mean nothing if you don't apply. You were brought into this world solo. You didn't come into this world with nobody but yourself. And I think that 2025 has shut me down. And it shut me down in a way where the opinions and the values of men and women have been increasingly minimized by the reality in which what you deem to be popular, famous, funny, humorous, attractive, endearing, what you think is success is absolutely nothing. The real value, the truth is, the real value, the real sustenance, it cannot be obtained by your iPhone. It can't be obtained by the professor or the hundreds and thousands of thirsty men who chase after you in your post and in your comment sections. I love you. You're so beautiful. Oh, let me drink your bath water. Your real approval, your real sustenance does not come. Men and women who are spiritually sick and thinking that the world is heaven. The world is not heaven. The world is not perfect. The world does not like you. The world does not love you. We fight over money. We fight over drugs. We fight over women. We fight over men who we think are high status. We fight over men who we think, because they are a certain height, that their requirements are the stamp of approval for what a husband's supposed to be, what a protector's supposed to be, what a provider's supposed to be. We treat good men like shit. We shit on good women. We create all of these horrible lifestyles and relationships, and we dig ourselves in our own holes. Let's just call it for what it is. See, the reason why most of us don't qualify for the stuff that we ask for is because we don't do the work. The real work, the hard work. The work where you look in the mirror and you say, damn, I ain't shit. I'm not even the type of man or woman that I would want my kids around. I don't even like my community. I don't have a respect for humanity. I don't have a respect for myself. I'm self-sabotaging. I'm self-serving. I'm greedy. I'm prideful. I'm manipulative. I'm controlling. I want everything from you. Give me, give. I'm not giving nothing back to you, but you can continuously provide me with everything that I ask for. Your attitude, it's horrible. Your listening skills are horrible, deplorable, immeasurable. What you think is love is absolutely not. What you think deems a long-term relationship is not. Most of us don't even know how to be with anyone longer than 3 months. Most of us don't even know how to pick up a cell phone or pick up a phone for someone and have a conversation with them about their differences. You got a disagreement with somebody, you angry with them, you disapprove of their attitude and their behavior, but you would rather watch them walk off the cliff into destruction than to stick your neck out for them and tell them, look, what you're doing right now is absolutely fucking stupid. You're about to ruin a whole relationship because you want to go out here and sleep with such and such and such and such. You don't even know how to be a real friend to people, a real partner to people. All of social media, all of YouTube, all of Threads and IG and X, all of these places, irresponsible, very irresponsible. A lot of us are very, very irresponsible. And like, I don't know if any of my people that I kind of admire for their craft are watching, such as like battle rappers and things of that nature, because I don't follow Hollywood, I don't follow superstars, and I follow human beings. There's people that are known and they have no reason to follow me or speak to me, and they show love to me. I don't conversate with them every single day or nothing like that, but they were humble enough to follow me back. And like, I want to just be real with everyone, because that's just me. It doesn't matter if you're a blue check, it doesn't matter if you're Elon Musk, it doesn't matter if you're Michael B. Jordan. You're irresponsible if what your content is illustrating on social media further pushes people into the abyss of just nothingness. So if I sat up here for an entire hour and talked about guns and drugs, and all I did was load clips and teach you how to do this, that, and the third with weaponry, and if I sat up here for an entire hour and talked about how I had sex with multiple women, I gave you stories about how I had one coming, people would love that shit. But you're not understanding that conversation is not a positive one. It doesn't lead anywhere positive unless the message in it all at the end of it is, you don't want to end up like this. You don't want to end up like me. You know what's sad? And I'm take it for what it's worth. The sad thing is, the things that we find to be entertainment are realities for a lot of people. Let that one sink in a little bit. It doesn't really matter to me how you got to where you got. What are we doing now? Things that used to be funny are no longer funny to me. Things that I thought was attractive are no longer attractive to me. You don't really have to favor me or your list for most valuable GQ, but the older you get, the older you realize some stuff ain't fun. Some stuff is just not worth being engaging. See, my only objective is to reach specific people. It's not for everyone. I'm talking to folks who are like me. You're looking at your reality and you want to change something because the pattern that you've been following and the formula that you've been following just ain't cutting it. And you're not satisfied. You're not happy settling for where you are. You want more out of this life while you still got a chance to get more out of it. That's who I'm talking to. Most of us will prefer to stay lost. Most of us would prefer to allow other people to control our futures and our destinies. I'm not satisfied with that. I am not happy with it one bit. The idea of another human being having that much control over my life, it sickens me. But I know what must be done. I was asked, how come I'm not with who I want to be with, or why I'm not with that archetype of woman, or in that. I told them I'm not there because I don't deserve it. I told them I don't deserve it. It's just as simple as that. I didn't do enough for this. I didn't work hard enough for this. I'm not as healthy as I should be. I'm not as mentally healthy as I should be. I've been irresponsible. My priorities need to get in line. My relationship with God has to get in line. My lifestyle has to reflect what I am asking for, what I am praying for. And it hasn't. That's why I am not out here chasing after anyone. And it's a hard addiction to beat. You want the life, you want the friends, you want all of this stuff. But do you really deserve it? No, I don't. I don't. Not yet. I got too much to do and little time to do it in. I will never sit up here and act like this was like I had 80 more years of life to live. I could croak over doing the live stream as we speak, and this would be the last conversation I had. That's just the reality. Everything that I've ever gotten was because of grace and mercy. And we squander it. I've squandered it. No, I don't deserve this stuff yet. Not yet. Not right now. I still got a lot of things I gotta do first. Are you going to be honest with yourself? Are you grown enough to admit that you don't deserve what you're asking for? I don't care how you feel. I don't care what your flesh wants. Pretend like I'm not even here and you're alone. You know, when you have to turn your personality on and off when you're around people versus when you're away from people and it's just you left with God and your thoughts, that's when you're the most honest. Yeah. Ask yourself, are you really qualified for what you ask for? Nobody wants to be real. That's why I got so triggered by that fake Jake Gyllenhaal post. Why would you get online and post something like that? Who would do that? How would you feel if I created a YouTube uploaded and said Chris Brown was fatally XXX just moments ago and he's in critical condition? What if I uploaded something like that and then you found out that none of it was true? What if somebody lied on you and posted it all over social media? It cost you your job. It cost you thousands of dollars. It cost you your marriage. Everybody's looking at you differently because of a lie. Right. People don't want to be honest no more. You think that you're somebody that you're not. I be on the phone with folks. I be observing people during conversations and I see contrast and I'm looking and thinking to myself, yeah, you're human just like me. You sitting up here putting on this front like you happy and you satisfied with being masculine as a woman. You're pretending like you happy and you got all of your pieces together because you finally got a woman in your bed. You finally got somebody laying next to you, but I know better. Men and women lay down with people and don't necessarily even like them. They're not even equally yoked. You just be with people just to be with folks. That's not even who you really want. I've done it. I've been with people that I didn't really want. It was just like, well, they're here. But the emptiness is always present. So it doesn't matter how many times you lay next to that person. They can't fill in that void or that emptiness. Because what's really for you will never meet you where it needs to when you aren't doing your part to meet it where you need to. What do you expect? What do you think is going to happen? Oh, you pretty? You got a little money, a nice ass. Men thirsty for you, scared of you. You bully people around. You threaten people. You troll. What? You think your attitude and your demeanor and your behavior and how you talk to people and how you treat people realistically is going to bring you any closer to what God has for you that is not movable? Everything that is given to you from heaven is perfect. There's no replicating what God gives you. There's no replicating the type of love that you're asking for. There is no replicating a real friend. There is no replicating. You cannot be an asshole. You cannot be a dickhead. You can't be secretly jealous. You can't be secretly sabotaging people, sleeping with multiple people, burning bridges, being unforgiving, being lazy, being lackadaisical, pointing the finger, being blasphemous. You can't be out here being flashy and judgy and acting snooty and bougie and think that you're going to be qualified for the riches that is given by the only perfect being ever created in existence. Everything that you have is a replica created by a demonic copy of an angelic being. Call it spade of spades. What we do up here, we make people face themselves. You need to look at yourself. Do you pollute the planet? Do you dump trash on the sidewalk when you got a trash bin just 20 feet ahead of you? Do you spray paint bus stops and business vehicles, putting your gang affiliations on the side of buildings? Are you poisoning the community? Are you knocking up random people every day, passing out STDs every single day? Are you on social media every day giving a false version of yourself so that you can draw an audience in to accomplish and effectively manipulate them into some form of monetary gain, because you're really deep down inside within your heart, you're not looking at them as anything other than a commodity.
Sensational.
We got to start being honest. We have to start being honest. And we need to stop listening to every single thing that every single body says. Everybody's not a guru. Everybody is not operating from a spiritual place, a biblical place. Everybody is not on that. You know what I've seen on social media? I see a bunch of grown adults who cry, who hide behind their tears with aggression, with money. They hide behind their tears and they hide behind their pain by clowning and putting other people down in order to submerge and bring submission to the agony within themselves. That's not going to cut it. And you can lie to yourself. You can lie to me. You can lie to everybody around you. When you get up here and you talk about, I don't know what I did wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I can't stand you. I can't stand none of you. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always, I was too loving. I was too this. I was too much of this. And maybe if I was less of this, then they, no. Stop it.
How dare you?
Miss me with all that. Nobody likes to hear the truth, man. My man asked me, he say, you need to find you a woman, man. You'll be better off. You'll be much happier. You'll have a helpmate. You'll have a helpmate. You'll have a helpmate. You'll have a helpmate. Sounds like a parrot. Man, the reason why you got an attitude is because you ain't laid up in no wetness. You ain't had no viscous innards. You ain't had no intercourse. If you get you a woman, then all your problems would be solved. No, I'm not saying all your problems be solved if you get a woman, but if you had a woman, then you would have more help, and then you wouldn't. Look, let me tell you something. People are in relationships right now that they aren't even happy in. Don't be fooled by social media. There's people on the internet where their woman is getting 100 DMs every day, and she's lying to her dude the whole time. Acting like she ain't flirting with none of them, acting like she ain't messing around with none of them, showing her ass off every day. He don't like it, but he's too coward to walk away from her because he don't know how long it's going to be before he can replace her with somebody. And he don't know if he can ever replace her with somebody better because his self-esteem is fucked up. So he stays. Or you got women who be chasing after these rappers and these dudes, and they would rather be a side chick than deal with somebody who is level-headed, organized. That shit is crazy to me. Don't get it twisted. And then you got folks that's just in the relationship with a person just to be in one with them because it's convenient. You got someone that you can have sex with. Y'all be so entranced by it. You can't even go a week without it. You would rather just have you you know how I know a lot of y'all be out here lying. I ain't gonna say no names, but I told my boy, look, the only reason why you are with them is because you just want some box. Nigga, I know you. I know your type. I know, given the circumstances, if the person that was physically your preference was handed to you versus who you're laying with, you would not be with the person that you're laying with right now. You're only there because it's convenient. but we all adults. So we say we are. This is what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So it's like you can't sit up here and tell me what I need to be doing and what would be best for me. How the hell would you know what's best for me? Our lifestyles are completely different, sir. I know I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm perfect. I ain't. I come with shit. And most people don't want to deal with that anyway. Most people want you already pre-packaged. I'm not pre-packaged. It's going to take a couple of UPS trucks to make its routes this way. You're going to have to want to be here because you want to be here. And frankly, I don't offer what this secular world wants. The secular world wants something secular. The secular world wants this fake ass, phony facade of a life that is not real and is only temporary. It only lasts but for a few weeks, months, and years. And then you realize that this shit is just, it has this expiration date, and you're going to have to move on. And then you're going to have to continuously try to figure out and find what it is that's going to sustain you for a certain amount of time before you get depleted. And then you have to repeat the cycle. I ain't got time for that. You don't rock with me and what I bring, which has nothing to do 1000% with this fictitious reality, then I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm not arguing with nobody. My point is, y'all be fronting, y'all be acting like you really deserve the shit that you ask for, and no, you don't. Most people don't. That's why they settle for mediocrity. That's why you would rather lose your life in the street to drugs and violence than work a corporate job. You would rather die in the street or die in prison than become a model citizen. You would rather give away your life, forfeit it, not knowing where you're going to spend your eternity, than be somebody that the people in the community could actually respect. Miss me with all of this fake YouTube internet quote copy paste bullshit that y'all be posting up here. These motivational speakers y'all be sharing every day, and people be like, yes, girl, yes, girl, yes, girl. Right. But y'all really, in reality, this is you.
You gotta give him that hook too and spit on that thing. You get me?
That's really where your heart is. Nobody trying to hear that. Men and women are where they are because of who they are. It's different the older you get. It does. All that arrogance and being cocky and you can't tell me nothing. I know everything, and I'm big and strong, and I got 1,000,000 guns, and I have 80,000 dudes that will die for me and follow me in the streets here, there. All of these women who got BBLs and fat asses, slim bodies, and abs, and fake hair, fake eyebrows, all of you ladies who got all these thirsty ass dudes chasing after you, doing OnlyFans, this, that, and third, all of you ladies up here promoting and selling your body online, all of you men up here that's politicking and manipulating and changing people into monsters and turning them into hateful, spiteful men against women, and these women who get on these panels and on these social media spaces and they get up here and complain and try to make it where marriage is no longer an option, making it where the nuclear home does not have any respect on it, making it where we constantly going against each other here and there, making it to where the level of requirements are so high that everybody gives up and they just decide that they would rather have a fucking robot than to deal with an actual blood warm human being. All of you are so fucking delusional. It makes me sick. Y'all be really out here tripping, man. What? You think we would have figured it out by now? You would think at this point in life, you would no longer even look to your left or to your right. You would look directly forward and realize that you are the problem. So how after all of this time do we not know that? You cannot have a healthy relationship when you're in the street. You cannot have a healthy relationship when you still have a roster of men and women. You cannot have a healthy relationship when you are a horrible business man or woman. You're not honorable. You don't keep your word. You cannot be in a healthy or ask of someone something that you cannot in turn provide or offer back. What type of drugs are y'all on? What are you smoking? Who's lying to you? You know why you get divorced? You know why that dude cheated? You know why you cheated? You know why nobody take you serious? You know why it's hard for you to job. You know why you got to look over your shoulders for the rest of your life. You know what you did to that old lady 5 weeks ago. You know who you lied to. You know who you pretended to befriend and you really were using them. You know who you shook hands with, knowing that that was the enemy of someone else, and you still shook their hand and did business with them. You know exactly what you be on. You know your attitude is not the best. Cut it. Cut it. We're not doing that. Not this year. Nah. You don't qualify because you're not qualified. What does it take to be qualified? Only you know that. What are you pursuing? What are you going after? What are your heart's desires? What is it that you're missing? Why do you keep repeating the same cycles over and over and over? You need to check out some of my shows over the last 2 years. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Between Jason and a slew of different people who have come onto this panel, you will be better off listening to them than 95% of the folks that you have programmed into your watch later. That's a fact. You're not qualified. You might put a band-aid on it. And you might substitute. You can't replace something that is not there.
Down the Marco. Damn.
You cannot replace something that was never there. I'm working on it, SM. What do I mean? So
it was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
There's the spiritual man, and then there's the flesh. Most of us live according to the flesh. We don't need to debate that. There is no debating that. Most of us live according to the flesh. The laws and the rules of the flesh are completely against the laws and the rules of the spiritual version of yourself. As long as you operate from a worldly place, you will never be able to obtain or maintain the permanent gift and blessings that come from the spiritual aspect. The spiritual man is a being on an entirely different level. You understand things different. You see things different. You feel 30 million times more intense. Your flesh, you poke your finger, you feel pain. You poke your spirit, you can't sleep at night. You hurt your flesh, you put a band-aid on it. You bruise your finger, you dislocate your elbow, you go to the hospital, they patch you up, they put you on some type of medicine. A couple of weeks, maybe less, you good to go again. You hurt your spiritual person, you may never recover from that. You injure your spirit. If your spirit man becomes sick, there's a dangerous chance that you could never ever come back from the damage that is caused. It's entirely more difficult to repair damage done to the spirit than it is the flesh. And see, a lot of us are missing something within our spirit. Let's be completely frank. When you're horny, when you're money hungry and greedy, you can chase after money. You can get that. You can always come up on money, and if you're an addict or something, you find ways to please that. It's a lot. It's way more difficult to get this happy than it is this skin and bone. Most of us aren't happy or where we are because we just have not done what was necessary to be where we need to be at. That's for you to figure out. Don't hide behind your addictions. Don't hide behind your desires. I see you. Stop hiding behind your crush. Stop hiding behind them posters and them people that you infatuated with. Don't blame your idols. You chose that. You absolutely picked them. You said that was going to be your God, and you poured into it. Don't blame nobody else for that. So again, I reiterate, no, I don't deserve half the stuff I got. It's only because God, for whatever reason, still seems to like me, that I am where I am and I have what I have. I mean, I should have been dead years ago. God is the only reason why I'm here. Don't want to play around with that at all. And most of us play around with it. We joke, we party, we hee, we ha. But you never point the finger at yourself. You're not qualified because you are lazy. You are lazy. You don't want to put in the pain. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to be shamed for being different. You don't want their opinions to hurt your feelings. You don't want to be criticized for doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing. You don't want to be looked at a certain way. As much as people act like they don't care what people think, people care what people think. If you didn't care what people thought, how would Twitter make money? How would Instagram influencers make money? How would YouTube make money? How would any of these sites make money if people didn't care what other people thought? I'm not dumb. I don't know everything in the world. I don't read a million books. I haven't traveled a million places, but I have common sense. I've seen what life does to a person's spirit. I've seen what it does to a person's flesh. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I ain't super rich. I ain't ridiculously muscular. I can't like Hulk Hogan rip my shirt off and all. But I know life. I know the effects that it has on the brain. That's why I got a lot of respect for people like Anna, just a number of people who come up here and they share their wisdom. They talk about their pain. They talk about their unfortunate circumstances. People go out of their way to sit here with you for an hour, 2 hours, giving you scenarios, breakdowns, experiences, definitions. They explain and express to you. When people take time out of their life to share with you, you know you can't get that time back. That is everything. I look at life completely different. Everybody is valuable. Everybody matters. But you have to care enough. You have to care that you matter. Is this person worth the headache? Is this person really worth you changing and upheaving your lifestyle for them? Is this person really worth you emptying out your bank account for? Does the person even look at you the way that you look at them? Do these people really hold you accountable? Are they really telling you the truth as a friend, as a lover, as a wife, as a husband? Are they really guiding you? Are they really leaders? Are they really examples? Are they really people that your children should grow up to? Are they about the community? Are they about building? Are they about creating establishments that are Black owned, that are healthy, that get you in a better space? That's the shit that I be talking about. I got way more respect and way more love for folks who have conversations like that versus people who spend majority of the time gossiping and bitter and angry and like come on, man. Damn, do we not have anything else going on? Everybody, Anna, everybody ain't gonna go out their way to say nothing to you. I've been doing this shit for over 15 years. Doing the shows for 3. Whether it was one person or 100 people here, I still talk and still pour. And people still will come up here and they will still pour and they will still talk and they will still give advice and they will still freely give of their own accord. People don't even understand or really appreciate that shit. There are people who do, but there's a large number who would rather go to people who are just manipulating and controlling and using you for their own nefarious reasons. People out here are phony as hell. Even some of your favorite people, I've said this a million times. I mean, it is what it is, and we about to go into a new week. It's February. We got the opportunity to do something different with our own. I don't really think necessarily like someone got mad at me on Threads like 2 weeks ago. Like I blocked them because like you just insulted me when I was really just like, well, what you gonna do about it? I don't like complaining and not really trying to make a change or do something about it. Like, no, bro. I understand. But now what? What do we do from here? Because I'm not I hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm not about to get up online and complain. Woe is me. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Everybody betrayed me. Everybody backstabbed me. Don't nobody this, nobody that. I can't find this. I love this, love that, blah, blah, blah. I'm not about to sit up here and do all that. No, I'm not. Sorry. It's not going to happen. There's no way in the world that you're going to get me to sit here and stew. I'm action based. I want to make forward progress, even if it's just the smallest step, even if it's just like I stick my feet out there and then I kind of just slowly get. I don't care if I'm moving this way. I'm not going backwards. There's things that I desire. And the things that I desire, I need them to come from the true source. I don't want a replication. I want what's mine. I don't want what's yours. I don't want what everyone else has. I want what's uniquely for me. So, what do I need to do to obtain that? That's where I'm at. So when I asked them the question, they got pissy. I blocked them. Okay, we good. Do you, sir? I didn't know after, even with finding out that they were like paraplegic or something like that. My thing is, even then, God will still use you. So what's the excuse? I don't care if you're on your deathbed. God will still use a person. That's just how my mind is wired. There's people who don't have legs that play basketball better than people who professionally play basketball. What up? What up? What up? What up? There are people who live on a feeding tube that are more intelligent than a lot of scholars. There's people who don't have arms, but they still know how to wash their own clothes, fold their laundry. I've seen a woman use nothing but her feet. I've seen a woman use nothing but her feet to fold her clothes, to brush her teeth. I'm like, damn. I kind of feel like I'm whining a little bit. I'm really over here complaining and whining and crying and shit. This woman she don't have no hands, no arms. She's just using her toes and her legs to get to the bathroom. Hell, she's even cooking. But we sit up here and got all the excuses in the world for why we are subpar and why we settle for people who aren't for us and why we are scared to walk away from things that aren't for us and why we are scared to take risks and why we are afraid to hold ourselves accountable and this, that, and you got people out here that don't have literally no, they don't have the option to even complain. Like this is it. While I'm on this earth, I have no sights. I can't see. While I'm on this earth, I have no hearing. I can't hear nothing. While I'm on this earth, I'm paralyzed. That's just what my life is. I'm confined to a wheelchair forever. But they still learn how to dance. They still figure out how to dance with their partners. You're not qualified because you're ungrateful. You're not qualified because you don't even appreciate the blessings that you have. Some people are millionaires. They not even happy with that. Some of you have people who love and care for you, and you don't even appreciate them. You want somebody else. They not good enough for you, even though they give you everything and match you based on your spirit. They match you beyond the secular stuff. But you don't look at that. You're looking at the fleshly stuff. So they'll never accommodate you how you need them to. So you're not even grateful for the good morning text. You're not grateful for the smiles. You're not grateful for the flowers. You're not grateful for the random happy birthday gifts, the random trips. You're not grateful for the hugs. You're not grateful for the 2-3 hour conversations of them just sitting there listening to you. You ain't even grateful for that, but you want more. But you want it from a conceited, stuck up, full of shit place. You can't even comprehend that this right here is everything that your soul needs, and you're too worried about. Yep. Y'all still confused though, huh? I had someone tell me once when I was complaining how hard it is for my daughter, and they said, you know, there's worse out there. Made me think twice, even though I have every right to complain. You know, children are great teachers, and they can really humble you, like really humble you. Let me see if I can give an example. I'm probably around 29. Yeah, about 29. And I'm stressed. All I'm thinking about is, damn, how am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to pay for this? How am I going to do this? I'm stressed. That's after 8 hours at work. I come home. My niece, not a care in the world, jumping up and down on the mattress, running back and forth through the room, just happy as can be. Now, you might not even think too much of that. Kids are just being kids. But do you remember being that age? Do you remember? You never had all of this heaviness, this nastiness, this resentment. Oh, F my life, woe is me. Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna die. It hurt. We 20, 30 plus years, we feel like life just took a complete crap on us. All we think about for 24 hours a day is bills, work, bills, people, bills. And this child got the biggest smile on her face. Don't know nothing about none of this. They can just be free and don't have to be that right there. It should humble anybody, because I know you remember it. There was a time where you had that same jubilance. There was a time where you were that free and that peaceful, and you weren't so screwed up in the head. You didn't have to worry about who the enemy was and who you didn't have that problem. Just saying. The older you got, the more things you were introduced to, willingly or forcefully. Life happened. It created the chapters in your life. And you have decided, consciously or unconsciously, to remain in that. You don't have to remain in it. But don't lie to yourself. Don't get on TikTok and have all of this energy towards everyone else that you feel did something to you without you getting up here and talking about what you've done. What is that? Every time for every finger that's pointing at you, there's one pointing back at you. So I got 3 pointing at me. What does that tell you? Most of y'all are where you are because you chose that. And you continues to choose it. You're not going to get very far with the attitude that you got, with the mindset that, until you decide that I need to recalibrate some stuff. Good luck. Good luck. I hope I said something that made some sense to somebody. I know to a lot of people I'm just talking, but it's from the heart. And I know why I'm saying that. I know where it's coming from. I know who is for it. It is what it is. Shout out to everyone in the room that's watching. Anna, Cara, SM, I don't know if you're still here. Garrett for the music. Just everybody who tapped in with me this Sunday evening. We'll be back live tomorrow, 7 p.m. I may do a live stream early. I don't know yet. But I'm absolutely on y'all helmets all year. I keep saying it because I mean it. YouTube, I didn't do anything wrong here, so leave me be. Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Attic Virtual Open Mic. I didn't broadcast it on Rumble or on Twitch. I have a post on X and IG. So if there's any poets, singers, rappers, anybody out there that wants to pull up for the show, email me, follow me. You see the info down at the bottom of the screen. I got Rob pulling up with me tomorrow in Sydney. That's gonna be a good show. I'm excited for what we're building over time. Like slowly you're starting to see some things developing. I'm just ecstatic and humbled. I'm glad that I didn't get here years ago. I don't think I would have appreciated it as much as I do now. Nothing up here was from hate. It's all love. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to take me a couple of Advil so I can get this little weirdness out of me. It's like a little sore throat. I don't want to wake up and be feeling horrible, so I'm gonna try to get on that. But yeah, I'm pretty active on all my accounts, so if you're showing love to me, I'm gonna return it. I'm responsive only to people with common sense. I don't engage with ignorance. Outside of that, I'm up out of here. Y'all be easy. Do me a solid before we go. If you would, I'd appreciate it.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
I love that. I nobody has it, so don't try to steal it. Anyway, though, I'm just joking. Y'all be easy. God bless. Love y'all, man.
Cut it out.